Hey guys, good evening. Welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Bridgie. How you guys doing? I hope you're doing well today. Thank you very much for joining me, and a big shout out and thank you to those who sent me this story. I actually got the email a few days ago and I've been meaning to get to it. So my people, this woman, she's a Gambian woman when migrates from Gambia to the US. According to the news, they say over 25 years ago, she migrated to the US. And her name na Fatoumata Danson. So she be they stay for that New York. They say the side where she they stay for New York, that they call them East Harlem. Now there she they stay. But the place is not far from Park Avenue. So this woman, she get 8 children. They say she get 8 children. And one of them, now he can't do something to her. So when the thing can become news, so they call one of them Musa. Now Musa Kamara, they call one of the children. When I first hear this story, I'm like, oh my God, 8 children, and she looks so young. Anyway, what thing happen? They say the woman tell the son when they call Kamara, so say may go find work, and say make you know to the waka waka again for this, because of the restriction and because of all this wahala for COVID-19 and everything lockdown, make you know the waka waka again. But before then, waiting they come they tell us, we say there be the quarrel well for this place. Say police don't come their apartment many times because then be the quarrel all the time. They go to hear say people they shout for the apartment, so police go come. They say the boy, what did they call Musa, so say he not get job. He be 22 years old, but he not get job. He know they do anything. School he not go. Work he not learn. He just they chop him mama food, they eat, they sleep. But on the other hand, they talk say the boy get mental health problem. Say if you don't go hospital for psychiatric evaluation because of a mental health problem. So he and the mama they quarrel all the time. They say every time they go, they shout, so the police go come. But on that fateful day now, when the mama come tell and say make you go find job, be like say the thing come escalate to big yawa, they come they shout. And so this boy just bring out, he just carry gun come out, just waste this woman life. He just finished this woman, mother of 8 children. So the news come they carry the matter. You know, say now so bad news is a bit trend. And when something good happen, they hear and boom. Any day when something bad happen, that person go enter news that day. So I say which kind of thing be this? When I hear this news, when a number of my subscribers send the thing to me, and my body just cold, because I can imagine what it take for one woman, because they don't mention papa. There was no mention of a father anywhere. Not only uncles. Even the video when they interview, when the police come, when the news people come, the one they don't hear say bad thing happen. All of them go gather, come begin they cover the thing. But the time when this woman they struggle with these children, the time they struggle with this boy, nobody here, nobody did there to help her. But the minute when the pikin don't pay me and now, all the news go come, police come, everybody come. It will come become something sensationalized because it don't turn to news. You see life? Now, the talk say that place where they stay so. Now one kind all these their projects for the US when people when they know to day like that, where they manage themselves they stay. Where it be say go be better place like that because now all these projects now that they call them. So the boy, this boy where they call Musa, so it be like say the boy, according to what they talk, be say he gets history of mental illness, and on top of that, he dey smoke igbo join am. When I be they look this matter, they think say now something they cause this mental health problem. Say we as African, we know they always like to deal with when it comes to mental health problem. We know they like to hide them. And I be don't talk many times for this my channel say not only adults they suffer from mental health, children too they suffer. So I don't know how long this boy done they experience this the way they suffer. So, on top of that, he can't smoke Igbo John and again, which go make the matter, go make him, go even make the thing easy for him because say that Igbo, he get as they react for different people body. Some people go smoke and nothing go happen. I know somebody who don't smoke Igbo before when head just immediately head just scatter. So it depends on how, the person be. So they come kata come happen that day now when they come the quarrel. Mama say go find work. You two dey waka waka, all these things where you dey waka waka up and down, wait till they find up and down. You don't know whether lockdown day. Now how this boy just take facing mama be that too. They no talk how he take get am more. All we know be say they say he carry the gun come out. Now so point am to mama for head. Before we know, you don't finish. So you go know say he really mean to finish the mama. Picking when person carry from womb 9 months, deliver and through labor pains. Who never born before now, I don't know how labor the pain reach. Even if that's cesarean section, no one know the pain. My God. Now the worst thing if ever happen to anybody. And now every parent nightmare be they say, God I beg. God I beg. No let this kind of thing happen. Now, for this matter, my people, many things they will go talk about for here. Now make I just rather they use tiwa they talk this matter too, so that we go understand each other. Now, the first things where I want to talk about for this matter now be the fact say this woman get 8 children. See, this day and age, we don't feel blame her more, we don't know her circumstances. She don't die. Not be say we dey blame person where he die, but how one woman will get 8 children and they don't even mention papa. And we know say for all this kind of environment where we say no only you say you be single parent, you can't get these plenty children. How you want to survive? So that one already tell me say the woman not get time to sit down for house, say he want to look after children, want to raise them or to do anything. Because she go the hustle out there, they find money to pay rent, to pay bills, to feed them, to make sure say that they warm. Now her priority go that one go be because now their primary need be that one. So if papa no day, as they no mention papa, say now only this woman and 8 children they live for that flat or that apartment where they live. How she won't take over by herself? You can imagine the stress. Wow. So I beg, the only thing when me want to talk for on this particular point be say I beg, make we learn how to born, no, make we born as we go feel look after. This day and age, me I no believe say it good make person they born plenty children like that. Because easy to raise children. They expensive, man. Nobody the expense alone. They physically draining, emotionally and mentally draining to raise children for this obodo. But if na Nigeria or Africa, it good. You go get maids, you go get this, get that. Small money, you go hire nanny who will help you to look after children. So you get more support even from family members, extended family, your mother, aunties and uncles go there, but only you, 8 children for that city where busy like New York. That one alone and a recipe for disaster. From her name, it be like saying Muslims they be, and you will know say for some people they talk say some Muslim people know they agree for when it comes to birth control, they go tell you say it's against their religion. I don't know whether not the situation be that, but all I'm saying is that I beg, make we dey suffer the born as we go still looked after, because this woman for they alive today now, if her circumstances no be as it be. You understand? The second point I want to talk about being about parenting. Last year we be talk many things about parenting for this channel, and I be talk say I go do some series about parenting for this year. God helping me, I never forget. Because I feel say we need to talk about parenting. Because a lot of African parents, when they come this obodo yibo so we they carry our mentality where they raise us for African come here. And sometimes they work. And not say make you not train your children, or make you let them spoil, make you let them just routine, make them they talk to you, make they talk back at you, and make them no get respect. It good. It get many things very good for our African way of raising children. Very, very good way where they raise us, but it still gets some things where we say they do us when not right. And if you do them in this day and age to your children for this obodo yibo. Facts. Whether you agree with me or not, that is the truth. Me say if I get children, and I'm telling you, children for this part of the world not be like children for Africa. Environment get a lot of things to do with children development. Yes, because I do a bit of child development when I be they go school. The environment when the children they affect children either positively or negatively. Children for Africa naturally they very resilient, they strong. Even if you beat them, say they're not saying as anything, they will still dey bounce. You shout for them now, that one are waiting. You understand? They'll just say as normal thing because now waiting everybody they go through. But for this part of the world, so it not be like that. So if you, especially when your children don't they reach teenage years, they don't reach teenage years, they don't reach that kind of 14, 15, 16. Know as you go till they relate with them. Some African parents know sabi communicate with their children. You know sabi talk, not only to shout, that will sabi. Me say I dey shout too, but not be all the time. You understand? Once in a while, when I dey frustrated, I go shout. But I dey try to always talk. I dey always try to communicate because I can't find out say these obodo yibo children, they value communication. They like them. Call them sit down. Sometimes when you call them sit down, begin they communicate, they talk to them. They ask them their opinion. You know, they ask them, say, okay, see what you do. This thing when you do so good. How you feel? Before you even talk, they will begin cry because they will come they feel bad. You can't use that opportunity to lecture them, teach them. You know, and they call them teachable moments. You can't use that opportunity to tell and say, you see, now if you do this thing, now the consequences be this. So no do like this again. You hear? You know, now go end the matter for them. But all this shouting and beating all the time, so in not they work. When children don't reach certain age, you begin they shout, they beat them every day. Because the police talk say that they always call them, say, wahala, they always did that flat. How wahala no go dey? 8 children. Only this woman for 8 children. You know, say, you know easy. You know easy. They don't grow sometimes. Let me get the office say they will come they resent them. Even if now she they suffer, they labor to raise them. At a point, the children feel they resent and say they go say, no, they ever day house. You they always do this. Maybe they leave them to they raise their younger ones. As it always is anyway for where we come from. Once you the senior ones go, they look after the younger one. So that parents go find money because it's not easy. And some of these obodo children not get that culture. Say you need to they believe saying that you born the pikin, so they look after them. No time to come the babysit for you or come they look after your children for you. These are all the scenarios where they play for my head. So make we learn how to communicate better with our children. If you be that parent where be say you always shout, they beat, they shout all the time, I beg. As you they listen to this, as you they watch this video, they listen to me. Learn something from there. E get stage when children go reach where be say, if you continue to they behave like that, they go do you something, no. They go do you something. My mama, they always talk the time when I dey small, say, you go say, if we do something, go talk, say, I no kill my mama. Now, no, if you kill me. Myself, as I can't grow now, I can't be adult, I can't get children. Myself, can't tell my children, say, I no kill my mama, you no kill me. But we don't want that kind of thing to happen and not do anything to go facilitate them. Sometimes children, they depressed. Depression and mental health illness as well. Especially for this kind of one, when you be say, you don't know people where they mingle with. Because look at now, small boy like this will be 22-year-old. Where for see gone? You see this kind of thing? So you don't know the kind of people where they mingle with. For all those kind of housing authority or all those, what did they call all those kind of projects where they live so? All sorts of characters, 9 days there. They go, they hang around. When the mama know they around, they don't go hang around, go meet other people. They don't join different things where you don't know. So, now sense, prayer, sense, communication, I person they do all these things, not be by force. So, my people, the final talking point I want to talk about for this matter now be about mental health illness, the stigmatization. When we know they agree, you go see say pikin, you go they notice some things, say maybe, especially as they don't carry and go hospital before when you don't know say get this kind of problem. You know, you don't need to hide them. So we need to address this thing more and more, this issue of mental health. Say make they know they stigmatize them, because the reason why some Africans they hide them when they get depressed or they get psychosis or all those things, be say they shame, stigma. Make people no go cause the thought say, see the mama of that boy where they craze. You understand all those kind of terminology. Now make people they shame to talk am. But if shame no dey again, just as you know go mock person where you get cancer, you know go mock person where you get, epilepsy. So if we know they mock people where be say, or they no feel say they need to be shame because a family member of them gets mental health problem, then that stigma could come out. Then people go feel they talk about them openly, and they go feel they go out, go they look for help. They'll feel look for psychiatrists, go hospital, go take medication, because make I tell you now the truth. My people, now we last for this obodo yibo, we come here because our where we come from not good. Opportunities not today. Now make all of us come here to come make them. If home good, nobody they travel. We go sit down. Nobody won't come take body receive cold. You go day like see now. Cold. Now so cold. Go there as winter. They pack clothes for body like a masquerade. But at the end of the day, make we they take time. They take care of how we take they do things. You understand? We need to be very, very careful. All these children, now different environment they interview the uncle when for that uncle the uncle of the boy when they interview and they talk say the woman they very kind, they help everybody, she's a very nice woman, you know, she know they find anybody trouble, she they mind her business. Say as this boy do this thing, he won't make it, they put him for jail for life. Because they thought say police first carry the boy go hospital for evaluation because they say the boy they behave anyhow. See even nobody in mama said we can't even see another person where they were pass when they don't do the thing finish. Constantly they won't shoot that one too. Before the police come capture him, come arrest him. Now this boy could likely spend the whole of his life for prison. You know, say a double loss. So this na woman where live Gambia over 25 years ago to come look for better life for America. At the end of the day, so you see, Pikin end the mama life, Pikin end the own life too. Ọlọ́run Olódùmarè. May God help us, so I beg. We could continue to dey pray and they reassess how we take they raise this parenting thing. Not easy. Parenting thing not easy at all. So we will continue to dey pray and then they reassess how we take they raise our children. You know they're too late to make changes. You understand? You know me say because now so your parents raise you, now so you must raise your children. You go look the area where you did, the environment where you did, say, okay, this area how it be so. And most importantly, I bet me would they born the children who will feel look after. Me, I feel say, this woman 8 children too much for him to raise by herself. You know, easy. I want to feed them. I want to clothe them. I want to take care of them. And she go still get any quality of life. That's also work she go to work now. And from where they stay, you fit tell, say, they manage. They just they manage themselves for the kind area where they so. And that area, children when they grow for that area, go there at risk. Because the area where children they also they affect them where. They go there at risk. You know, see and say don't they smoke igbo. Only God knows how long this boy don't smoke igbo. The area where they to go at all this kind of bad behavior. You see, so in fact, it's very, very sad. Now, pathetic story. And it's unfortunate, but it don't happen. What we will do inside now, only to learn. We will take 1 or 2 lessons inside to apply to our own lives in terms of, the way we will take they react or the way we will take they treat people where they get mental health illness. Make we remove the stigma and also make we know as we go to raise our children, as we go to they train our children. All those iron hands, they work for this side of the world, though. They work, my people. Make una let us use love, care, discipline. Yeah, not be say go discipline children, but still make sure say those children know to they distant from you. Where be say they will fit you go even know say they get access to all these kind of things. Say even get access to people where they will fit give and gun. You know say get gun for his house. You see the kind thing. May God have mercy upon us. So our own children who will take our belly carry pregnancy where we born. Whether papa or mama, they no go be our the one way go end our life. Oh, may God preserve our life, may preserve our children, and may her soul rest in peace. It's rather unfortunate, but it don't happen. Nothing we fit do than to learn lesson from inside. So, guys, I'm just gonna leave it here today. My apologies to all those who did not understand Pidgin English, but the way this story is, I just had to do it in Pidgin English because YouTube with their wahala. So. Yeah, I will speak to you in my next video. Thanks a lot, guys, for watching. I love you. If you have not yet subscribed, please do so. Smash the notification bell so you get notification whenever I post my video. Thanks a lot, guys. Speak soon. Bye-bye.